Well, hi there. Thanks for clicking on this link and checking out Miss Harvey's Flipped Classroom. What I want to do in this PowerPoint is basically just share with you the idea behind flipping a classroom and what it'll look like for your students and what you can expect for them this year. So here we go. A flipped classroom is basically when you just slide what happens at home versus what happens at school. If you look at these two arrows, on the top you see a traditional 90-minute class period. Class usually starts with some kind of a warm-up activity, followed by a teacher lecture, some guided practice problems by the students, then maybe some kind of a lab or activity. The teacher wraps it all up at the end of the 90 minutes and sends students home with a set of problems to do for homework. Right? That's how we all remember school being. Well, the second arrow shows you what a flipped classroom looks like. There's no homework on the end of that arrow, but instead on the left side it asks students to prepare for class. The way that they'll do this is to watch a video and write down some questions that they have. So when they come to class, that 90-minute class period can be spent working problems together and doing activities together so they can learn better and get rid of misconceptions that they might have. Basically, the direct instruction from the teacher has been removed from class time and it's sent home as homework. Now, the way that it's sent home as homework is that, as I mentioned, it'll be a video link. Class time now gets to be spent for rich discussion, applying learning, working those hard practice problems that they can't do at home by themselves, problem solving with their friends in class, and just letting me help the students be more successful. So remember I said class preparation is going to involve some videos. Well, what you're going to see your students doing at night for homework is they're going to get a note-taking guide and they're going to get a link to a video. It'll be short, somewhere around probably 10 to 12 minutes, and the video is going to be basically my lecture for the lesson. So they'll be writing down things on their note guide like definitions and equations. We'll work out some sample problems even. And then after they collect those notes, they'll bring any questions or anything that was confusing about them back to class the following day, and that's when we'll spend time going through all the material. So rather than them not being able to do homework and asking you or going to Panera to study with their friends, they can do it with me right there in class because they've watched the video beforehand. So why did I decide to flip my classroom? Well, basically I believe that class time should be used for higher order thinking rather than just copying notes. Students today are being asked to synthesize new knowledge and apply it to solve problems, and a lot of times to do all of that in a collaborative group. Students get frustrated a lot of times. It's really hard to do all those things if you've never practiced it. So I think that by doing the hard stuff in class, they won't get as frustrated and I'll be able to give them the time they need to be successful in chemistry. Well, that's it. I hope I answered a few of your questions, and I know it's going to be a great year, so I hope you're ready for school to start. I want the students to be able to look at the world in a different way and start to see all the cool science that's going on around them. And finally, there's my picture at the bottom. I spent the summer in lab, so embrace your inner nerd and just decide that learning really can be fun. Thanks, and I'll see you at school.